Hello, in this video I am going to show you the 5 main components you need to have a successful email marketing system for a service-based solo business. Hi, my name is John, welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, I help service-based solopreneurs design, build and launch a profitable and successful email marketing system using Kit. So number 1 is arguably the most important part of your email marketing system. It's the subscriber list. That will become the beating heart of your business. That's where all your future customers will arrive, and it's something that you need to take care of every single day. So how do you consistently grow your email subscriber list? Well, there's a number of ways. The most common way that most people use is social platforms. So get yourself active, get yourself visible on the social platform of choice. Choose the platform that most of your ideal subscribers hang out on, and get active on that. Become the go-to person for what it is you do. Demonstrate your knowledge, your skills, your experience through the content that you share. Something else that you should definitely consider doing is getting content out there that can be found on the search platforms, not just the social platforms. So the search platforms that I'm referring to, the two main ones are of course Google and YouTube. So if you put content out into there, then what happens is, when done properly, your content will start to be found. It will be indexed by the search engines, and if it's deemed to be a relevant response to someone's search criteria, there's a good chance it'll be offered up as something worth consuming by the visitor, the person searching for it. So if you can create good content and videos, or written blog articles, for example, that helps people to overcome challenges or fix problems that they're currently dealing with, then you're going to become much more visible and a potential solution to their problems in future. Another way you can build your subscriber list is by leveraging the audiences of other creators who may have people on their email list that are exactly the type of people you're looking for. So if you're using Kit as your email marketing platform, there's actually a feature called Creator Network, and you can join that for free as part of your subscription. And essentially what happens is that when you get people can come across your profile and they can recommend you to their lists, and equally you can also look for other people in the network and you can recommend those people to your email list. So you'll find that if you do join that Creator Network, what will happen over time is that you'll start to see people joining via the Creator Network that otherwise wouldn't necessarily be on your email list. So to summarize, you need to be continually growing your email subscriber list on a daily basis. Okay, number 2, onboard your subscribers as future customers. So when I say that, what I mean is that when you every time someone joins your email subscriber list, you don't know which ones are going to become customers, because a certain percentage will become your customers, but as and when they join, you've no idea which ones those are. So treat everyone who joins your email list as a potential customer, and that way you'll give them a great service when they join your list. Now, when someone joins your list, it's usually because of a particular reason. They've normally seen something that that's attracted them. Either it could be a lead magnet, it could be deemed as a potential solution to a problem or a challenge they have, and they want help with that. So in my business, for example, if someone wants help starting email marketing, I can give them my starter guide for how to get started as a service-based solopreneur who wants to start generating an income using email marketing. So when they join, I make sure that they get the thing they asked for, i.e. the starter guide, but then I also make sure that everything I share with them from that point onwards is going to help them overcome that problem. And not until I've done that will I then move on and do anything else with them. So when they join, they get the thing they asked for. They then get some email from me that helps support the problems, helps to support the solution to the problem they arrive with. So in the example I've used, I would then give them content that helps them understand a bit more about email terminology, what the best way to start is, how to choose your right platform, all that kind of stuff is helping them overcome that problem. If they arrive with that problem and I all of a sudden try and share content that's not related to that, there's a disconnect there, and I'm likely to get people unsubscribing because it's not fixing the problem they arrive with. Once you've addressed the problem they arrived with, and you've given them everything they need to overcome that solution, then you can start to add other content in. And that tends to be in the form of either evergreen content or dynamic, active live content that you're going to share on a regular basis. It could be newsletters, it could be sector specific news, it could be any number of things that are going to add value. The other thing to do as part of the onboarding process is to reassure that your subscribers reassure them that they've arrived in the right place. This is what I do, this is how I do it, these are the things the types of problems I solve for people, these are the types of people I help, and it just gives them that level of confidence that they joined the right list. You also want to then signpost them, let them know what to expect now that they've joined your list. So you're on my list, you can expect to get one email a week or one email a month or whatever that is. And you may have options that you'll be given options to choose from a range of different topics that I share. Choose the ones you're interested in. That way you're giving them more targeted content rather than just blasting everything to them. And then finally, explain to them the rules of engagement, because some people don't understand, the dynamic of a relationship on email marketing. But if you explain the rules of engagement, then it makes it much more simple to understand and much more likely to be a successful relationship. So what I mean by that is, explain to people, if they've got a problem, here's how to get hold of you. Click here and send me an email. Click here and book a 20-minute call. Book, whatever that thing is for you and your business, make the rule of engagement clear so that they can take the relationship onto the next stage if that's something they choose to do. But getting that onboarding phase is crucial to giving a great experience to your subscriber and making them much more likely to hang around for the longer period. Okay, so number 3, build relationships as a service provider. So after your subscribers have been onboarded and you're starting to then share content with them on a regular basis, then you take the relationship onto the next level. So now you're starting to nurture that relationship that you've established by continuing to be a source of value, however you deem that to be. And that normally takes the form of additional content that you're going to send out. Perhaps you're going to invite them to free webinars, you offer them a free mini course, free downloadables, whatever that thing is you're giving them to add value to their business or to their lives. Is how you nurture that relationship. Another key aspect to nurturing is to try and introduce as much personalization as is possible and as necessary or desirable based on the system that you want to run. So what I mean by that is, if you can ask your list certain questions to which they answer in a meaningful way, that allows you then to filter which type of content to send to which subscribers, then you're going to get a much more highly engaged list that are much more likely to proceed to become clients at some point in the future. So example again I use in my business is, one of the first questions that I'll ask people when they join my list is, what's your biggest challenge at the moment? And typically I'll give them maybe 3 answers to choose from. One could be, I'm new to email marketing, I don't know where to start, I haven't a clue. The second option could be, I'm using email marketing, but I'm going nowhere with it. I can't grow my list and I'm not making a success of it. And maybe a third option would be, I understand how email marketing works, but I really struggle with technology. I can't wrap my head around it, I'm not very techy. So that's where I struggle. So in that one answer, can be collected and associated with that person's profile, so that from that point moving forward, I then know which problem to focus on. So in the example I've just gone through, I could have potentially 3 sequences effectively inside my email marketing system that drip feeds a series of emails that helps in each one of those particular challenges that people may have. And then depending on which one they choose, I then can filter them into the relevant content that I think will best serve them for their current challenge. And it's that type of collecting information and personalise the content, and then collecting more information and then personalise the content, and then doing that, in a repeating pattern, so that you're always asking, how can I help you, basically. Now, I'm not suggesting you do this on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, but every, maybe you want to check in with them maybe 2 or 3 times a year and just say, what's your challenge at the moment. So that works really well. So if you can build a solid relationship during that nurturing phase, again, you're making it much more likely that subscribers will take the next step in the process of becoming a customer. Okay, so number 4, present relevant offers at appropriate times. So the main reason for having an email marketing system at the end of the day as a business owner is to generate an income, a profitable income, due to the way you've collected and nurtured your subscribers. So at the right time, you need to then produce and present the relevant offer to them so that they can buy the thing that you do, either your product or your service, to the subscriber. Now, what a lot of people do is they mess this up, right? As soon as they get someone on the list, they do nothing but barrage them with emails about buy this, buy that, buy the next thing, to the point where people just get so sick and tired of it, they just unsubscribe. So it defeats the whole purpose of getting the subscriber in the first place. So what you need to do is treat your subscribers with the respect that they deserve, and only make offers to them for your products and services when it's the right time and it's relevant to do so. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to wait weeks and weeks or months and months. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is wait until the time is right, and you've gone through the steps that I've explained before this about onboarding them and nurturing the relationship. When it comes to presenting the offers to them, it needs to be aligned with the problems that they've got in their business or their life, right? So continue with the examples that I'm using in my own business. I wouldn't dream of offering someone, let's say, an advanced course on, liquid coding inside emails and kit to someone who's never started email marketing. It just doesn't make sense. No matter how good I think my course is or my program is, I'm trying to sell it to the wrong people. It just doesn't make sense. So it has to be a relevant offer. It has to be something that makes sense to those people. And then also it has to be at the appropriate time. Now, what I mean by that is you can have a perfectly relevant offer, but it's just not at the right time at the moment because maybe they're doing something else at the moment. So, for example, some people come into my email list and I might be running, let's say, a 30-day free email course that they're currently consuming. Now, if they're going through that 30-day course, there's no point in me trying to pitch something to them, because they're already engaged, already doing something that's counterproductive to me then injecting something else into the mix to say, oh, go and do this course or try this service. It just doesn't make sense. It could be a perfectly relevant offer, as I say. It could be great content, and it takes them from being where they are to where they want to be in an accelerated time frame or whatever. But it's just not, the time is not appropriate because it's not, because of other factors, whatever they may be. Another good practice when you're presenting offers is to give people maybe a couple of options. Sometimes it's easier to decide between one option and another than it is to decide between buying it or not buying it. Some people, react better to Also try and give context, give people a bit of context around what you're offering and why you're offering it. This is a good fit for you because I know you're dealing with this problem and this is the outcome, this is the benefit you'll get from buying this. So give them good reasons to buy it. Another thing that's important is to de-risk purchases for your subscribers. So if someone's going to become a customer of yours, you need to introduce some form of de-risking it for them. Now that could be something as simple as a 30-day money-back guarantee, or it could be I'll guarantee satisfaction for the service I provide, until we have it. Obviously, you've got to caveat these things so that people don't abuse them. And it goes ad infinitum, that you get into a loop where you can't close it. I'm not suggesting that. What I'm saying is come up with something that's sensible but gives them an assurance. An example I do in my business, again, and I appreciate it's not for everyone's business, but what I do is I always give everybody that buys anything from me 100% money back guarantee. If within a fixed period of time, either 14 days, 30 days, whatever, if you're not happy, just let me know. I'll refund. I'll give you a full refund. I'll wish you the best of luck, and I'll accept that things didn't work out, because the last thing I want is someone buying something from me and then having buyer's remorse. I don't want that. I'd rather not have that customer than have someone with buyer's remorse. So it doesn't make sense for me to introduce something that's going to cause a problem further down the line. So I like to give assurances in that way. Like I say, I appreciate, depending on what type of business you're in, it may not be feasible to do that, but come up with something. There's definitely a way of marketing that assurance that it's a good fit for your type of business. And then finally, a very obvious one, but I'll remind people, is make it easy for people to buy. Don't make them jump through lots of hoops and make it a protracted or a difficult process. Where possible, make it a click of a button. It's just literally, all the deliberation and all the time is taken before they actually buy it, because they're perhaps deliberating over your offer versus someone else's, or one product versus another. But when it actually comes to time to buy the product, make it easy for them. And finally, number 5, deliver your product or your service with high expectations. Now, what I mean by that is set the expectations for what you provide higher than your customer could or would expect from you. If you do that, then you're very, very unlikely to get any disappointed or disgruntled customers. If you go into this email marketing system with that mindset that you're going to deliver everything you sell as a result of it with high expectations, then what you're doing is you're setting it up perfectly for your customers. They, like I said, they're very, very unlikely to be dissatisfied. And in fact, in my experience, they tend to be highly delighted with what I do. So those are 5 of the main components that an effective email marketing system for a service-based business should have. Hopefully you found this content helpful. If you need any more information, please use the comments below. If you're enjoying the content I've got in here, please hit the subscribe button and join the channel. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.